flash of the neon frame, the shutter clicked, but my heart froze. It was August 2024, 10 months ago, and I was 25, wedding photographer framing love in Miami's neon-soaked South Beach. My camera a shield against a past that had overexposed my trust. My name's Javi, and Miami was my lens. Its ocean waves and electric nights, a rebellion against the Orlando suburb where I hidden my queerness until I came out at 19 in 2018. A cheating ex had left me skeptical, his betrayal in 2022 still blurring my focus, so I'd sworn off love, pouring my soul into my shots angles. Light Miami's pulse. But that night, South Beach had other plans, ones that shattered my frame. The Neon Photo Fest was a kaleidoscope, a surge of light blue neons flashing photos, purple strobes swirling, indie pop and Latin trap thumping, festival goers posing in glitter and leather. My booth, Snap Vibe, was buzzing, my tripod steady, my dark curls damp under a baseball cap, my lens catching the crowd. I was framing a neon-lit couple, the shutter snapping, when a guy nearby tripped over my tripod, knocking it down, my lens cracking against the pavement. The crowd gasped. My shot ruined, and I spun around. Yo, seriously? He looked up Rowan, maybe 27, his blonde hair tousled, a cropped leather jacket glowing. His hazel eyes wide, panicked, like a flash in the neon haze. I wanted to curse, Orlando Scars yelling, "Keep your focus tight," but his eyes caught me, warm under the neon. My heart skipping like a jammed shutter. "My fault," he said, scrambling to pick up the tripod, his voice deep, a Miami lilt cutting through the murmurs, his fingers brushing mine on the stand, a spark igniting my skin. I checked the lens, cracked, but usable, and Rowan leaned in, his cologne sandalwood, mint mixing with the festival's sweaty air. "I'm Rowan," he said, adjusting his jacket, his grin nervous but electric. "Model, caught your Instafire." My cheeks burned, Orlando's walls trembling, but his charm felt too much like my ex's lies, too slick to trust. My ex had been a stylist, all flash until he cheated in 2022, leaving me to shoot alone in Orlando's dim venues, my trust out of focus. I adjusted my aperture, but Rowan stayed close, his eyes tracing mine, like he saw the frame beneath my cap. "Let me make it up," he said, offering to pose for a test shot, the crowd cheering as I snapped. The neon pulsed, South Beach's energy urging me to click, but I deflected. "I'm good," I said, voice sharp, resetting the tripod. Rowan's laugh bright, warm cut through, his hand grazing my arm, a spark I couldn't dodge. "Check my shoot," he said, nodding to his booth, his eyes daring. "Or you two locked in your lens." I wanted to stay in my booth, but Rowan's grin pulled me to his setup, the neon flaring blue, purple gold A's, Latin trap thumped louder. His portfolio was stunning editorial spreads, runway candidates, his poses screaming Miami's vibe, the crowd buzzing. My pulse raced, Orlando's ghosts fading, Miami's heat urging me to shoot. But mid-pose, a stage light wobbled, cables tangling, Rowan stumbling toward the edge. I lunged, grabbing his waist, pulling him back, our eyes locking, his breath hot against my cheek. "Nice save," he panted, his grin electric, his hair glowing under UV. My heart surged, but doubt clung. Was he real, or just another South Beach star, ready to ghost like my ex? I pulled back, the neon blurring as I retreated to my booth, South Beach's rhythm syncing with my fear. "Thanks for the catch," Rowan called, following me, his jacket open, his eyes softer now, less flash, more real. "Stay," he said, voice low, a plea in his Miami lilt. The festival buzzed, neon glowing brighter, ocean waves crashing nearby, and I knew this wasn't just a cracked lens. This was Miami, throwing me into a frame I wasn't ready for but couldn't outrun. The festival plaza was a neon storm gold lights pulsing photo, blue strobes flashing, Latin trap driving the crowd wild. Rowan dragged me to his shoot setup, his camera off, his hands light on my shoulders, urging me to try a selfie lens. My pulse hammered, Orlando's scars begging me to bail, but Miami's heat sweaty, electric kept me posing. My cap loose, Rowan's grin pulling me deeper. "Not bad, Shutterbug," he teased, voice low, his breath sparking a shiver. "Knew you had a vibe," I shot back, steadier than I felt. My photographer's calm, matching his energy. My ex had framed promises like this, all charm until he cheated in 2022, leaving me to shoot alone in Orlando's gray halls, my heart underexposed. Rowan's touch was different, bold yet steady, his eyes searching mine, like he saw the light beyond my lens. The music slowed, a sultry indie track, and Rowan stepped closer, his chest grazing mine. His con sandalwood, mint intoxicated. "Why are you zooming in?" he asked, voice piercing, like he knew my words. My throat tightened, Orlando's pain surging, but Miami's neon urged me to speak. "I don't trust models," I confessed, voice raw. The crowd faded, just us in the neon glow. Rowan's grin softened, his eyes dimming, less flash, more human, his hand still on my arm, warm, grounded. "I'm not that guy," he said, voice firm, his Miami lilt tinged with hurt. "Just a dude who saw your shots and couldn't turn away?" My heart twisted, his words hitting like a perfect exposure, raw, clear, shaking Orlando's grip. I thought of my ex's lies, but Rowan's gaze was open, unguarded. The neon pulsed, South Beach's energy wrapping us, and I wanted to believe him, but fear held me, my cap slipping, my pulse a glitched frame. We moved to my booth, neon blue, purple glinting off my camera, indie pop a soft hum, the festival's buzz fading. Rowan leaned in, voice quieter, less flirty, more real. "I'm a model," he said. "Chase the lens, live for the shot. But your frames, they're real, Javi, like you." His words felt sincere, but a festival goer nearby scoffed, calling Rowan South Beach's heartbreaker, always posing, never staying. My stomach sank, Orlando's scars screaming. "Run? That true?" I asked, voice sharp, my tripod untouched, eyes locked on his. Rowan's eyes widened, hurt flashing, but he didn't dodge. "I pose," he said, voice low, "but I don't break." The neon flared, South Beach's pulse mocking my doubt, urging me to hear him. I stood, ready to pack my gear, the neon blazing, my sneakers scuffing the plaza, South Beach's rhythm syncing with my fear. Rowan grabbed my wrist, gentle, his eyes pleading, raw, unguarded. "Don't delete the shot," he said, voice cracking, cutting through the festival's hum. "I'm not your ex, Javi." My heart raced, his touch electric. Miami's heat urging me to stay, but Orlando's voice hissed. "He'll ghost." "Prove it," I challenged, voice trembling with desperate hope. Rowan's grip steadied, his eyes burning with resolve, the neon glowing brighter, South Beach daring us to snap. I stepped away, the ocean's roar blending with the neon bells. Rowan following, his jacket catching the blue and purple lights, his eyes fixed on me. The night air was warm, a light breeze off Ocean Drive, South Beach's energy alive, pulsing like a heartbeat. I knew this wasn't just a cracked lens or a saved stumble. This was us, two sparks riding Miami's neon frame, fighting to focus, caught in a shot the city was composing. One I wasn't sure I could trust, but couldn't blur. A light breeze swept through Ocean Drive, Miami's neon blue signs, palm streaks shimmering in the festival's afterglow as I walked away in August 2024. Gear heavy, my heart heavier. Rowan's heartbreaker label echoed, too close to my ex's lies, Orlando's scars screaming, "Run, Javi, wait." Rowan called, chasing me, his hair messy, his hazel eyes wild, desperate. "What's wrong?" he asked, voice slicing through the breeze. I spun, anger flaring, cap off. "You're just a heartbreaker," I snapped, voice raw shaking. "I'm not your next pose, Rowan." The neon flickered, the ocean roaring, Miami's pulse mocking my fear, urging me to listen. Rowan's face fell, his grin gone, his eyes raw, wounded, breeze ruffling his hair like tears. "You believe that?" he said, voice low, cracked heavy with pain. "I'm not your ex, Javi." He stepped closer, neon painting his face blue and purple, his hands open, vulnerable. "I model, yeah. I chase shots, but I've been burned guys who wanted my face, not me. Left me posing alone in 2022. My chest tightened, his story mirroring mine, Orlando's betrayal fading under his truth. But doubt lingered. Could I trust him? Or was Miami's neon just another filter? The breeze softened, his eyes pleading, raw, urging me to stay. Rowan grabbed my hand, his fingers warm despite the breeze, his grip soft, his eyes blazing with resolve. "You're different," he said, voice steady, a vow carved in Miami's glow. "Your shots, your heart tie, saw you before I knew you." My breath hitched, his words hitting like a flawless frame, raw, clear, cracking my walls. I thought of my wedding photos. My soul poured into Miami's light, the festival's cheers lifting me. "Why me?" I whispered, voice soft, breeze slowing, neon softening. "Because you're real," he said, his hand steadying mine, grounding me. "I'm done with filters. Chevet want the raw shot." The breeze faded, Miami's neon puddles glowing like stars. The ocean's roar a promise overhead, South Beach's skyline faint in the glow. I wanted to trust Rowan, to shed Orlando's pain, but trust was a shot I'd missed before. His hand anchored me, his gaze unwavering, and I felt it a shift, a focus, Miami's energy urging me to click. "One more frame," I said, voice low, a test, a hope, cap loose. Rowan's grin returned, soft, real, and he nodded, pulling me back toward the festival, the neon brighter, my fears dissolving like shadows in Miami's light. We stepped back into the neon photo fest, neon blue, purple embracing us, indie pop pulsing like a heartbeat, the crowd alive again. Rowan's hand stayed in mine, his touch grounding me in the chaos, and I knew this wasn't just a crack. This was us, two scarred souls finding a focus in Miami's neon jungle, daring to shoot, to trust, to frame, even if it scared us both, South Beach's heat fueling our fight. The rooftop studio above the festival glowed under Miami's skyline, blue neon towers flashing photo, gullet palms swaying, the ocean shimmering below like a dark mirror. Rowan and I sat close, my camera packed, his portfolio tucked away, our iced coffees sweating on the table. His hazel eyes locked on mine, no longer flashing, just open, raw, vulnerable, my pulse racing. "You're still here," he said, voice soft, carrying hope, his hair catching neon. I nodded, Orlando's scars quiet, Miami's heat urging me to dive. Orlando had taught me to hide, to shoot in dim venues, alone. My ex's lies in 2022, a scar I carried to Miami. Rowan's hand found mine, his fingers tracing my knuckles, his touch a spark lighting the studio, warm, electric. "I've screwed up," he admitted, voice raw, cutting through the neon haze. "Chased shots, trusted the wrong guys in 2022. But with you, Javier frames, you're hard and real." My breath caught, his words vivid, like a perfect exposure, his eyes burning hazel, Miami's skyline pulsing, his truth crashing over me. Rowan stood, his silhouette framed by neon, his voice rising, raw, a confession into Miami's stars. "I'm falling for you," he said, eyes locked on mine, neon exploding blue, purple, gold, the studio trembling with his truth. The festival pulsed below, oblivious, but my world froze. His words a tide washing Orlando's fear, leaving only us. I thought of my ex's lies, but Rowan was different. His gaze, his voice, his heart real, and I was falling too. "I'm scared," I whispered, cap off, voice shaky. But Rowan's hands cupped my face, his thumbs brushing my cheeks, warm, steadying. I stood, my gear forgotten, our eyes locked, tension electric, air thick with Miami's heat. "Me too," he murmured, voice soft. "But I want this. Javi, me, this city, all of it." The neon sang, blue and gold swirling, and we kissed deep, wild, the ocean roaring below. Skyline bursting, vivid, alive. The crowd cheered downstairs, unaware, but our kiss was ours, sealing a frame eternal in South Beach's fire, neon wrapping us in a vow we'd fight for, Miami's pulse fueling us. The kiss broke, foreheads touching, neon softening, Miami's warmth a blanket. My camera lay forgotten, Rowan's portfolio glinting, the shots of neon frames glowing us, our focus inked in blues and purples. "We're shooting this," he said, voice soft, grin bright eyes promising more. I nodded, heart full, Orlando's scars fading under Miami's magic, a promise we could keep. This wasn't just a kiss, it was us. Two sparks in South Beach's chaos, burning bright, ready to frame love, one neon night at a time. Now, 10 months later, in June 2025, I stand at Snap Vibe, framing a neon-lit couple, smiling at the memory. Rowan's shoots light up our shared studio, his poses dressing Miami's streets, our love a focus that's kept snapping. My name is Javi, and this is our story of gay love sparked in Miami's neon, fighting to shine. Will we outshine South Beach's glow, or stay lost in its vibrant frame? Dawn broke over South Beach that August 2024 morning, Miami's skyline fading as pink sunrise spilled across the ocean, neon signs dimming as the city stirred. Rowan and I walked the boardwalk, hands linked, my camera bag slung over my shoulder, his portfolio tucked under his arm. South Beach had reframed my soul, its neon heart sparking a love I never thought I'd find. Rowan's hazel eyes met mine, his jacket loose, smile soft, a vow brighter than the neon that brought us together. "We're framing this," he said, voice steady, hand squeezing mine. Miami's dawn sealing our promise, warm, real. Orlando was a shadow now, my ex's lies in 2022, a faint blur. Replaced by Rowan's warmth, his bold poses, his heart that saw my soul through the neon haze. We built a life here, my shots capturing South Beach's vows, Rowan's spreads trending online, our love reframed Miami admired. I thought of that night, the cracked lens, the saved stumble, the rooftop kiss that changed everything, neon painting us in blues and purples. "You're my perfect shot," I said, grinning, cap loose, voice steady, no longer afraid. Rowan laughed, pulling me close, lips brushing my forehead, ocean roaring, a chorus of hope, alive, endless. I pictured us, my mind framing candids, Rowan's poses, Miami's skyline, a vivid focus of our love, bold and bright. Rowan watched, arm around me, his touch grounding me, the boardwalk alive with joggers, models, oceans, rhythm syncing with ours. We'd faced challenges Miami's grind, the world's filters, our fears, but we were enough. Our focus stronger than any blur. "Let's make it a banger," Rowan said, grin bright eyes promising forever, or as close as South Beach could give. Miami's pulse beat in us, a love story inked in neon and dawn, shining on. My heart glowed, our story vivid to boys, one city, a love that fought and won against the odds. But a question lingered, soft as the dawn breeze. Could any love outlast the world's shadows, or was this frame enough? I looked at Rowan, hand in mine, a rainbow wristband matching mine, glinting in the sunrise, and knew we'd try, one neon night at a time. South Beach had given us a lens, and we'd framed our story, bold, gay, vibrant for Miami's ocean to display. This wasn't just a love. This was our focus, our flash, our forever alive in Miami's neon shine. If this story set your heart flashing, smash like. Drop a comment with your Miami love story, and subscribe for more gay love stories. Comment. What's your neon shine? Help us hit 1,000 subscribers. Your vibe keeps these frames alive. Chase your neon, and tell us, will Javi and Rowan's love outshine South Beach's glow? Or is there frame enough? My name is Javi, and this is our story of gay love, born in South Beach's chaos. Shining bright forever, or as long as Miami's neon glows. We walked into South Beach's crowd that morning, hand in hand, our gear packed, Miami's skyline a promise above. The neon signs flickered back on, our focus igniting, our love a gay story vivid, framing forever in Miami's heat. This was our shot, a love inked in South Beach's neon heart, one sunrise at a time for the world to see.